Scene script. Have you ever wondered if the plants in your garden talk to each other? It's a fascinating question, isn't it? We often see plants as silent, static, almost inert life forms. But what if I told you that they're far from passive? In the verdant realm of flora, a myriad of unseen conversations unfolds every moment. Plants, it turns out, are not the silent entities we often perceive them to be. They actively engage, interact, and yes, communicate with each other. The concept of plant communication may sound like a leaf out of a science fiction novel, but it's a reality grounded in scientific research. You won't catch an oak tree gossiping with a rose bush or a cactus exchanging pleasantries with a tulip. But these botanical beings do have their own intricate language, a language that is silent to our ears, but resonates profoundly in their world. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that plants are passive organisms, devoid of senses or cognition. After all, they don't have brains or nervous systems like animals do. They don't have eyes to see, ears to hear, or mouths to speak. But plants are far from passive. They're keen observers of their environment, acutely aware of the changes in their surroundings. They respond to light, gravity, touch, and even sound. They can sense when they're being eaten and they react accordingly. In the world of plants, there's an ongoing dialogue, a constant exchange of information. They warn each other of incoming threats, share nutrients with those in need, and even form alliances with other species. Yes, plants do communicate, but not with words or gestures, and certainly not in a language we humans can understand. So if plants can't talk or gesture, how exactly do they communicate? The answer lies in the invisible, often overlooked world of chemical signaling. The language of plants is a symphony of scents, an orchestra of organic compounds. In the next scenes, we'll delve deeper into this fascinating world, exploring how plants use chemical signals to communicate with each other and with the world around them. Plants, though silent and stationary, have a secret language, chemical signaling. This silent discourse is a sophisticated dance of molecular messages, a language that we are only beginning to understand. To comprehend this, let's simplify the process. Imagine walking into a bakery. You are immediately enveloped by the aroma of freshly baked bread, a scent released into the air by the baking process. Plants, in a similar fashion, release volatile organic compounds or VOCs into the air or soil. These VOCs are essentially the aroma of the plant world. Now, the neighboring plants, akin to us walking into the bakery, pick up on these VOCs. This is where the conversation begins. These VOCs are not just aimless whispers in the wind. They carry vital information, a sort of SOS signal, if you will. For instance, when a plant is under attack by pests, it releases specific VOCs into the air. These VOCs are detected by the surrounding plants. Think of it as a neighborhood watch alert in the plant community. The message, "We're under attack, boost your defenses." Upon receiving this signal, the neighboring plants respond by bolstering their own defenses. This could mean producing more toxins to make themselves less appetizing to the invaders, or thickening their leaves to become harder to chew. It's a remarkable display of mutual aid and cooperation in the plant kingdom, all happening right under our noses, or rather, under our feet. But this chemical messaging is not just limited to warnings. It's a versatile language capable of expressing a range of messages. For instance, plants also use VOCs to signal their readiness for pollination, attracting pollinators from miles away. Intriguingly, plants don't just communicate to warn each other, they also call for help. In the next scene, we'll uncover how plants can summon reinforcements in times of trouble. Stay tuned to delve deeper into the secret language of flowers. It's hard to imagine a plant in distress, isn't it? But when they are, they have a remarkable way of calling for backup. Let's take a moment to imagine a serene meadow where a caterpillar is chomping away at a plant's leaves. Unseen to the naked eye, this plant isn't just accepting its fate. No, it's setting into motion a chain of events that is nothing short of extraordinary. As the caterpillar continues its feast, the plant releases specific volatile compounds into the air. These aren't your everyday plant aromas, but chemical distress signals. And these signals aren't going unnoticed. They're designed to attract the very creatures that prey on these leaf-munching caterpillars. These predators, often insects like wasps or spiders, are drawn to the scent of these compounds. They arrive at the scene, ready to aid the plant in distress by dealing with the herbivore threat. You could say that the plant has called in the cavalry, turning the tables on its herbivore adversary. This fascinating interaction is a testament to the intricate ways that plants can communicate and protect themselves. Even without a nervous system or the ability to move, plants have evolved complex strategies to ensure their survival. It's a silent, unseen battlefield where plants are not just passive bystanders, but active participants in their own defense. And the communication doesn't stop at distress signals. Plants also interact symbiotically with other organisms. Plants, in their silent wisdom, have mastered the art of making allies. In the intricate web of life, relationships are key, and plants have evolved to form some of the most fascinating partnerships. Take pollinators, for example. Plants and pollinators share a unique connection. In exchange for the sweet nectar, pollinators like bees, butterflies, and even bats carry pollen from one plant to another, enabling the plants to reproduce. But the communication doesn't stop there. Plants also have a way of talking to fungi. Yes, you heard it right, fungi. This symbiotic relationship is known as mycorrhizal association. The plant provides the fungi with sugars, and in return, the fungi extend the plant's root system, helping it to absorb more water and nutrients from the soil. And then there are the ants. Some plants have developed a special bond with these industrious creatures. The plants provide shelter and food, and in return, the ants protect the plant from herbivores and even help in spreading the plant's seeds. These symbiotic relationships are not a one-way street, but rather a mutual exchange where both parties benefit. It's a language of give and take, a language that plants have perfected over millions of years. So next time you look at a plant, remember, there's a lot more conversation happening than meets the eye.